Booyakasha, I'm back, better than ever. It is January 9th, it is Tuesday, it is almost 8 o'clock p.m. So we're doing a little bit of late night dialing. So I'm just going through Zillow right now. I just did a search of the area I wanted to look in, my city, and just calling them by hand. So here we go. Manually dialing, old school. And the great thing about that is it's free. Zillow is kind enough to provide us with information. So thank you, Zillow. And away we go. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I'm giving you a call. My records indicate that your property is for sale by owner. Is that true?
Yeah, who is this?
My name is Chris. I'm with Remax. How many bedrooms, how many baths?
I'm not looking for a real estate.
Oh, perfect. I'm not trying to sell your property, but I am curious about it.
No, I mean, I'm not looking for one to carry this.
Oh, well, is it your property?
Yeah, it's mine. Yeah, I own this and multiple others.
Okay, and you have it for sale by owner, right?
Yep.
Okay, so then I am talking to the right person. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
So I'm actually, right now I'm looking at Zillow and I'm also looking at Trulia, and I'm seeing two different sets of information. So if I'm asking questions that seem obvious, it's because there's two different sets of information. What are you asking for the property?
Yeah, I don't know why there's anything on Trulia. I just put it on Zillow only.
It's strange, okay, because they're owned.
Between the two?
Yeah, they're owned by the same company, and I don't exactly know why, but sometimes I don't know if they syndicate it wrong or what happens, but oftentimes you get bad data out there. That's why I'm asking the question. So you're listed, you're listed and offering the property out at $225. Is that right?
Yeah. Are you looking at the one in Florida? I've got one in Northwest Montana too. That's considerably more.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fantastic. No, I'm looking at the one right now at 114 Northeast 4th Avenue.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool. How many bedrooms? How many baths?
Well, basically what this is I bought this place and it had this, these houses over here in Old Boynton used to have these big garages in the back,
Yeah.
property.
Sure.
Well, I redid that for $26,000. So there's two completely finished properties on here, right?
Oh, wow.
And the back rents for $1,200, and it has for a year and a half now.
Okay.
Right? And it's complete. It's a 800 square foot. If you read through all that, I mean, there's a lot of detail there because I bought a whole bunch of stuff for this property.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. 800 square foot, one bedroom, one bath, rents for $1,200.
Nice.
Completely brand new, inside out, all new roof, all new siding, all new paint, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So, and then the house itself is 2 bedrooms, 2 baths.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes, I guess, what, a total of 3 bedrooms, 3 baths.
Right.
Okay, and then the front house, like I said, is 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. It also has new roof, new siding, new paint, new air conditioners, and all of it's got new air conditioning, new water heaters. Yeah, I spent a bunch of money.
Oh, wow. So essentially everything, in terms of upgrades, everything has been totally redone.
Everything's turnkey, man. It just pays.
Wow. Okay. I love it.
So I came here like 8 years ago when the Depression was,
Mm-hmm.
and I bought this place for like $49,000. I wrote a check for it.
Wow.
But then I spent all this money. You know what I mean? The roofs ain't cheap.
No, they're definitely not. But you know what? When you're in the right place at the right time, you can make moves like that. So you're gonna.
I tried to get my dad to buy like 10. And now he's kicking himself in the ass.
Sure. Well.
So anyway, so that's what it is. I mean, and it's the whole thing. It's a nice house on the block. It's like buying the courthouse. I'm 2 blocks from the courthouse.
Okay.
It's not up further north on Seacrest and East where you don't want to go.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's a decent place. I've never had any trouble, whatever. And then what I did with the main house, too, is the 2 bedroom, 2 bath. I segregated it off because you've got a back entry and a front entry to the home.
Mm-hmm.
So I segregated it off. And then the back here has got a Florida room, its own bedroom, which is the second bedroom, and a full bath. And I put a kitchenette. There's a kitchen in here. So there's 3 kitchens in this property.
Wow. Okay.
I rented the back here for $800 for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
That guy, gave me my money back that I paid for the property.
That's unbelievable. Good job.
Yeah.
I love it.
So now I'm using it for office space, because I'm going to dump it because I've got to sell, these properties when we're moving on.
Okay. How many other properties? Is it just the two, or do you have other properties here in Florida?
Yeah, just this one here in Florida. The other one, the other one in Montana is like a $400,000 property.
Okay, nice. All right.
It's got 4 plants.
Well, let me ask you something. Are you trying to sell the property by not having it on the market with the real estate professional? Is that because you hate realtors?
No, it's because I don't want to pay 6% that much money.
Sure.
I know that's a new pickup for me because we're moving to the Keynote Peninsula on Alaska.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Well, look, it's always about the money. I get that. It's about your bottom line.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. If you knew absolutely for certain that by doing business with me, 2 things would happen. 1 is the property would sell. 2, you would end up with significantly more money, bottom line, than you could any other way, with or without an agent. Now, I know that's a big promise, but would you at least want to hear more about it? Be honest.
You can send me an email. You're about the 13th one that's called today.
But I'm number 1 in your heart.
A whole bunch of them you called. They said that's why I put them on Zillow. Like the one in Montana,
yeah.
I'd have to get somebody like $30,000 to walk people through my house,
mm-hmm.
and that's crazy. I can buy a new, a new pickup.
Yeah, no kidding.
I can't get, I made payments on that place up there for 16 years, right? And it tripled in value, and Montana's where you want property.
No doubt. Well, here's what I'm going to suggest, and just so you know, I'm with RE/MAX Direct. I know you got a lot of phone calls from a lot of people. You're on the hot list. Congratulations, you made it. But
I got another RE/MAX person that called me too today. He sent me an email. I forgot who it was.
Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm not surprised. But let me tell you who I'm with. I am and what I've done. So I'm with RE/MAX Direct. We've sold 15,000 homes since 2008. We're averaging 1 a day. We've got 6 offices here in Palm Beach County, and we work with hundreds of buyers. What I'd like to do, obviously, look, if I send you an email, are you going to read it? Be honest.
Yeah, I'll read it. I work out of the house, and I'm a computer person, and I read email all day, and that's what I do.
Okay, cool. Then I'll be happy. So let me do this. I'd like to run an analysis on the property in terms of pricing, so I know that we're both fluent in the same language. I'll email that to you. What's your best email?
MAXX5161 at gmail.com.
Yep.
And how I come up with the price on this, I had a couple realtors over here came over here and looked at this, and the Zillow comes up with where it showed the listing of when I bought this 7 years ago,
yeah,
right? And it showed the Zillow's estimate of it at 162 or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's garbage.
Yeah, it showed it before I did what I did to it.
Yeah.
$50,000, $70,000, $80,000 I put into it.
Sure. Well, just
you know what I mean? Big difference, and so it was just a single house with an old garage back there that the roof, poured waterfalls down into. This is a 65-year-old house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was all new. So this estimate, I don't know how to make it change, but it just shows one. Even as the old turd house that it was, it's showing at 162.
I got good news for you.
With 2 1/4.
Yeah, okay, good. The Zestimate, though, just so you know, so you got a frame of reference, is garbage. They're
it's always low.
The algorithm that they use pulls so many different things that aren't accurate that you can have just wild inaccuracies in terms of what the property should actually sell for. So when I saw this estimate, it meant, I totally discount that. It means nothing. Let me ask you this. What do you think, if right now you were going to win $1 million by guessing this accurately, what do you think realistically a buyer would pay for your house right now?
Well, all I know is that because I'm a multi-family guy. I make money for people laying their heads in beds and have for 20 years.
Sure.
If I knew if this was turnkey and I could come in here, and if I rented all 3 and didn't even live here, it pencils $3,400 a month. Well, the payment on 225 is only about $850 or $825 with 10 or 15% down. That's a lot of beer.
I'll tell you. I'm gonna tell you 2 words that you're gonna be happy about. You're right. Yeah, no, you're right.
That's why I'm a multifamily. The one I have in Montana is a 4-plex, and it pencils over 4,000. and I paid $149 for it 15 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it's worth $400.
Yeah. No, you got to be in the right place at the right time and be able to pull the trigger.
With bad credit, and they got to rent. That's not my problem.
So here's what I'm going to make a proposal to you, and I want you to tell me if this makes sense to you. I'd like to come by, lay eyes on the property. Here's what that does. When I'm there, I'm able to do a little bit of my own special guerrilla marketing. I can blast that out to my database. I can share that with my social media. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you it gets a buyer every time. It doesn't. About 15 to 20% of the time, I'm able to find somebody. Are you cooperating with buying agents?
I'm not. Here's what, I'm not paying commissions. That's why I put it on Zillow. That's too. You have that much money, and then you start multiplying by percentage. Then I start writing checks for $10,000 to $15,000.
All right. I would only charge you 50.
50 what?
50,000. I'm playing with you.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's why
Sure.
I put them on Zillow. I've sold a couple others like that. And just, if you look all over, I mean, look at the Boynton map and Zillow, it's just splattered with homes.
Yeah. And most of them won't sell, but I think yours might. So here's what I'm going to do. The number that I called you on, it's your cell phone? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to text you my contact information so that you have it. I know you get a lot of phone calls. I will run an analysis. I will email that to you also. Is it possible, though, to get in there and lay eyes on the property so I know exactly what it is we're talking about?
Well, I mean, everything, there's 50 pictures on the thing if you just want to look through there. Sure. I run a business, I work out of the house,
right.
And I've got like a 200-pound great man, you'll want to come here.
Oh, well, actually, I've got a saddle.
Yeah, that's what you need to have a cattle prod.
All right, well, look.
And basically, in the property in the back is currently occupied.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to disturb them. There's plenty of pictures of
Sure.
the inside of that, the outside of that. You can see all new roofs on both houses, all new siding on both houses.
Right.
You can see pictures of every room of both properties.
Okay. So would it offend you if I followed up in about a week just so you don't forget who I am?
No, that's fine. You can do that.
Perfect.
Just send me that email and throw in there what your percentage rate is. You know what I mean?
Sure. Well, what I'll do is I'm going to do a full analysis. I'll include a net sheet. I'm assuming. Well, you own the property cash, so I'll give you a.
Pretty clear. I don't know anything from anything.
Right. So I'll give you a full breakdown of what you would net, and I'll follow up, and let's stay in touch. Now, additionally, I'm going to send you a preparing your home for sale guide that I provide to all of my for sale by owners that I work with. If you've got any questions, any concerns, if I can help you out in any way, always give me a call. I'm here to work with you, my man. All right?
Oh, fine. Send me an email.
I will do it. Have a great night. Hey, let me ask you this. In closing, when I do sell the property and make you more money than you ever thought possible, will you do an amazing testimonial and tell everybody what a great job I did?
Yeah, but I don't know if you're not going to be able to get more than I'm asking, the 2.25. I mean, that's probably the top of the, you know what I mean?
I do.
People don't realize. I mean, my next door neighbor, 7 years ago, he paid $33,000 for his house now, and his Zillow's at $158. And he even have 2 houses on his property.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, my man. Well, I appreciate your time. Let's talk soon, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. Next. Oh, this is what I like to see. All right, the manual dial's in full effect. We're doing big things. We're getting shit done. We're calling the FSBO'S.
Hello.
Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I'm giving you a call. My records indicate that your property is for sale by owner. Is that true?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, very good. How much are you asking for the property?
$524,990.
$524,990. Okay, I love it. How many bedrooms? How many baths?
3, 2.
3, 2. Super. Okay. And have you done any upgrades or improvements to the property?
Yeah, well, it's all in the listing, or the Zillow thing. We've got lots of improvements.
I see. Well, the reason I'm asking the question, and it may seem obvious, but so I see one set of information on Zillow, and then I see different information on Trulia, which is strange because both companies are actually owned by the same company, or both sites, excuse me, are owned by the same company. So I don't know why there are discrepancies, but sometimes there are. So
That's weird, yeah.
it's really weird, yeah.
Yeah, well, oh, geez, I don't know because I never even looked on Trula. I went on Zillow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's upgraded kitchen, flooring, pool. We're getting hurricane windows.
Oh wow, I love it.
Well, they're not in yet because of a delay with HOA.
Oh wow. Now the HOA there's no mandatory membership, right?
Right.
Perfect. Okay. How old is the roof?
I think it's about 8 years.
Okay.
It's in great shape.
Perfect. Okay. Let me ask you something. Are you trying to sell the house by not having it on the market with a real estate professional? Is it because you hate realtors?
Well, I haven't had very good relationships with them in Florida, but when we moved here, I sold my house on my own.
Awesome.
And way back when in Canada, I used to be a real estate agent, so I've got some idea of how to do things. And we bought for $510, so there's not a lot of room to pay, and we don't really have all our final plans in the works yet.
Okay.
So I kind of just threw it up there.
Okay.
I mean, to see what kind of calls, and I've gotten a lot of views and a couple of calls of people that are buying. I mean, I've gotten lots of realtors. Yes,
sure.
But
well, here's the thing, and you probably already know this. We're in a very low inventory market right now. So when good inventory is out there, this very well might sell even on its own. To be very candid with you. Let me ask you this. I'm with Remax Direct, just so you know. We've got 6 offices throughout Palm Beach County. We've sold 15,000 homes since 2008. We're averaging one a day. If you knew absolutely for certain that by doing business with me, 2 things would happen. 1 is the home would sell. 2, you would end up with significantly more money, bottom line, than you could any other way, with or without an agent. Now, I know that's a big promise, but would you at least want to hear more about it? Be honest.
Well, I'll be honest with you, when we know exactly what we have, we don't know about our package yet.
Yeah.
So then we know more. Right now, like I said, it's just kind of up there, so
Sure.
I see what's happening.
Okay. Now, when you say package, you're talking about relocation package, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you think you might be going?
We're going to North Carolina.
Oh wow. Okay. There are a lot of people making that move up to North Carolina from South Florida these days.
I've heard that, but I don't know why.
Affordability in many cases.
Oh.
Yeah. And also a change of scenery. North Carolina is a little bit of a different vibe and feel than South Florida, as you probably know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. What I'd like to do, if it meets with your approval, I'd like to run an analysis on the property in terms of pricing so that we're both fluent in the same language. Would it offend you if I ran that analysis and emailed it to you?
No, you can do that with your information.
Perfect.
Like I said, my husband's not going up about the job until the end of next week.
Okay.
He won't be back to the following Sunday.
Okay.
So, and it's just, it's the first kind of time talking to them about things. I don't know if all details will be worked out, but
yeah.
We might know more then.
Okay. So what's your best email address?
I thought that was on the listing too. JIM. AND. Denise, DENISE.
Yeah.
13 at yahoo.com.
Yahoo.com. Super. And the number that I called you on, is it your cell phone?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to text you my contact information so that you have it, and then I will run an email. Excuse me, I will run an analysis on the property in terms of pricing. I'll email that to you.
Yeah.
Now,
I do know a lot of the prices around here. I mean, and we are considerably higher than any other property in here.
okay, all right.
Just so, well, I'm sure you already know that. But anyways, although those people haven't updated the house.
Right, and that certainly needs to be taken into consideration. So what I'll actually be able to do for you is to get somewhat granular in terms of the other listings that have sold, the other inventory that's in there, and you'll be able to look and click on the pictures and see exactly what those properties looked like at what prices and compare it to where you're at. So it's a pretty interactive CMA. But I'll have that out to you too. Now, in terms of, so are both of you home now, or he's out of town?
He's out tomorrow.
Okay.
Wait, and I work, and then I'll be back next week.
So here's what I was going to throw out to you, if it's okay. Now, are you cooperating with buyer's agents?
Buyer's agents, yes, I would. If like I said, we paid $510 for this place.
Right.
There's not a lot of room.
No, I hear you. What the key here is we got to find the right buyer that's willing to pay the maximum amount.
And I'm putting in windows after buying the place, another $20,000 in windows.
Yeah, and you know what? Usually you can get that back, but what I specialize in is actually finding buyers for properties just like yours, but also netting you the most possible in the shortest amount of time. Here's what I'm going to throw out to you also. I'm going to run the analysis. I'm going to text you my email, or I'm going to text you my contact information. Is it possible to get 15 minutes of your time and lay eyes on the property so I can see exactly what we're talking about here?
You can. Maybe Friday.
Perfect.
Friday might be good. I'm not. See, yeah, maybe Friday.
Well, I got good news for you. I actually book up pretty quick, but I do have availability Friday in the afternoons and evenings. What's better for you?
Afternoon.
Okay.
But let me just find out if I have to work on Friday.
Okay. Well, why don't we do this? Let me put something down tentatively so I know that I've got time and I've got a time blocked and scheduled.
All right.
And then
well, tentatively, I would say in the afternoon around, I don't know, 1.
1 o'clock on Friday, I'm going to put you down for, and then I will follow up on Thursday just to ensure that works for you, okay?
All right.
Now, let me ask you this. When I sell the property and get you more money than you ever thought possible, will you do an amazing testimonial and tell everybody what a great job I did?
If you're a trustworthy agent, because I've dealt with 2 that weren't. So, yes, if everything is wonderful, I have no problem doing that.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Now, do you have are you looking for a rock star agent in North Carolina? Because it just so happens I have some.
Yeah, not yet, but we might be.
Okay, good.
We will be, but not yet.
I can help with that too. So very good. All right. Well, I appreciate your time. I will again text you my contact information, email you the analysis, and I'll look forward to seeing you Friday. And I wrote it down at 1 o'clock. Right.
All right.
Very good. Have a great night.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Booyah. So let me print this and. All right, so that's one appointment. Get some.